person as well. Now I'll be looking at where we have the options where everybody is, because I have been wanting to meet my
Okay.
community.
I'm just sorry because we've just started.
Yes. Okay,
And
brilliant.
yes, so Sangeeta, you can start.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful session for inspiring Indian women. Thank you, Rashmi, for this platform. Just a small request, please keep yourselves muted. If you want to turn your videos on, great. If you're not comfortable, that's okay. And our guest today is Prapti Dutt. I know we're all looking forward to listening to her tips and tricks and how she managed to get into her zero size. It's truly inspiring if you had a look at her pictures or if you had a look at her website. But let's hear it from her. So Prapti, thank you so much for joining us. And would you please tell us a little bit about your journey, just your backstory?
Yes, of course. Firstly, thank you so much for this event today, and it's absolute pleasure to be able to help each and every woman out there who is listening right now. That I just want to start by saying, firstly, it's doable. Okay, this is the one thing that we all need to hear, that it is possible. Okay, and this is literally how I started my journey, with that mindset. And if I go back to my prior life, so as a background, I am a finance professional. I have always been into doing my finance qualifications, insurance qualifications, and everything, but never really felt that, I'm doing the purpose of my life. Okay, that was always missing. That was something that always felt that, what is the change I'm bringing to the society? So, and that's where it was always in my mind, in back of my head, that I need to do something for the community. And this is just the start. I believe that this is just the beginning of me bringing a change in the society. So, being a finance professional, I, even though was working in a finance job, I have always been into employee engagement programs. I have worked globally on projects where we enhance the employee engagement. We do wellness activities across the globe. So always been doing some voluntary activities to make people actually stay healthy, stay fit, stay some kind of mentally or physically, however, staying healthy, okay, staying happy. So that was always at the back of my head. So always knew something I had to do to bring that change. Okay. So that was always there at the back of my head. It's just a matter when I start. And I believe there is never a moment in life where you think, tomorrow I'm going to start. Never. It never comes. Tomorrow never comes. So it was always that, this is it. Now I'm going to get started. I have to make a change. Enough of doing a job, enough of just doing something for the sake of doing it. Now I want to do something that I love, and I really find purpose in my life. So after my second son was born in 2019, I faced a bit tough time with my health. In fact, the time started whilst I was pregnant. I have a history of having fibroids. So although I've never mentioned it anywhere in the social post anyway, but I've always had fibroids. And that had actually given me some complications in my second pregnancy. So I was doing no exercise. I have been always fit in my life, but I did not do any exercise in those 9 months, just because I was at risk. So I had a high risk pregnancy. But again, because of being less active, not doing anything more than just walks, even that was very minimized. I had pelvic girdle pains, a lot of other issues like, we all have. And I also had a previous C-section in the first pregnancy. So I was very limited in any activity. So I literally bulked on a lot of weight in my pregnancy. And of course, I had a C-section the second time around. So it just felt like my health was deteriorating, and I don't know what to do. And the depression keep on coming on to me, feeling that, I can't, I just cannot come out of this. Now, what do I do about my health? Because I have always wanting to be a very healthy person, trying to bring health to everybody's life. Now it's coming to me. What do I do? I was really depressed, and it was a very tough time. Whenever I think, I get tears in my eyes thinking of those moments I've been through. Very, very painful pregnancy, very, very painful delivery, painful recovery, 3 months on bed, really, really tough. But I think eventually that was one reason I wanted to come out of it, because I was tired of not feeling well. And that's where I thought that how to come out was my purpose. And I just felt that every day, I think I just told myself, I promised myself that, I will not sleep unless I do something in terms of fitness. And even though that's a walk, even though that's 15 minutes of stairs, whatever is my weak point, I will work on that. My legs are weak, I will work on legs. My core is weak, I will work on core. So I always felt strengthening my weaker areas, because I just felt that they are keeping me down from becoming stronger. So that was my mindset, and always knew that I can do it, because I have to prove the world that I have to go ahead and help others. How would I do it unless I don't change myself? So that was the kind of mindset I had. And it all started like that. Literally, that was the whole. There's literally, I'm a very, very, just like everybody else, a very, a corporate person, corporate job person, nothing exceptional, no such coaching or anything in my ground, just the mindset that makes the whole difference here.
That's wonderful to hear. So I have a quick question. So you were always quite conscious about being healthy.
Yes.
So what was your, workout routine before 2019, when you were working full time? What was your workout routine?
Yes, so I have been always into fitness, and I used to run a lot. Okay. So running was something I used to enjoy, which I don't do at all right now, by the way. So running, I was something that came easy to me. I used to just go out and go for casual runs. I used to plank. Planking was one thing I used to do every day. So I always recommend people, I even now when I do my fitness challenges, I highly, highly recommend you plank. Either you do high plank or you do low plank. Either of them, you choose it, whichever area is your stronger, you plank. Okay, so planking was one. I used to do maybe runs, or you can do stairs, but stairs are a bit difficult for your knees sometimes. So I would say walk, incline, or run, or do something or the other that keeps your legs moving. Okay, so your lower body moving. For your upper body, I was never too considerate about doing some push-ups or everything. I really didn't know how to do it properly, because I've never been into under any training. So push-ups were something I did not approach. Planking and walk or run. Literally, I was limited to these two things always.
Okay, that's great. So you're not like a regular gym goer?
No, never.
But that's good to hear. Yeah.
Yes. I'm not a gym person. If I count in my life, I might have gone to gym 10 times all my life. No, I wasn't a gym person. Never.
Brilliant. So then when you decided to take back control about your health and fitness, so I'm assuming you just started gradually with the small steps.
So,
and then what was the turning point? When did you think, right, I'm going to take this to a bigger scale and,
yes,
do it professionally?
Yeah, so it happened on its own, Sangeeta. It never was that I decided. So how it happened was because I was so focused on my own transformations. The people around me, the ladies around me, used to ask me, "How have you done it? How did you manage to, change so much within this period of 9 months? I mean, you are already back to your pre-pregnancy weight." And it all started by people inquiring, asking for help, and then it just turned out to. I used to love doing it. So it was always like, always happy to help, always giving advices, what I have done, what I used to eat. I always was very open to share these things. And then one day it happened to be that the ladies in my locality wanted, I raised that this is my transformation. Somebody, if you are keen, let's do an exercise outdoors. So let's come in, let's do the exercises that I do. It's my style of exercises. You can join me in the park. And it all started with that park. So there were a lot of ladies who were interested. We made a group, and it all started from there. I used to do exercises with them, and then eventually COVID happened. But I think there was a period of 1.5 months from 2020, say around Jan 2020, when I had already lost weight and everything, to say 1 month till this COVID lockdown started. There was a period where I started doing park sessions, and that was really, really enjoyable for everybody. There were so many moms trying to do those exercises. My exercises are very doable. I mean, I explain them well. Everybody can approach it. I give all sorts of variations. So I think that's how it all started. So it was very community led. Never the thought came that always wanted to do something, but it was all that things happened in a way. People started to inquire. I got more interested. And then I decided that, I love it so much. Let's try and make a profession and give my full time, efforts into it. And then suddenly I started to come away because I was working in a contract job in Lloyd's. And I just felt that after my contract is finishing, it's almost coming to finish, should I approach more contracts? Or should I just give it a little time for myself? Just give it a shot. Nothing, no risk. Just giving your life some time and trying your, whatever you love to do. It was just literally that, I'll give myself maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months and try what I love. And if it worked, I will not go back. So that was the kind of thought process. But it worked so well that I stopped applying for jobs. Even I never went to the interviews. It just happened that way. It's like the world make things happen for you. You don't have to make much effort.
That's brilliant. Once you find what you're passionate about, it all kind of falls into place. Prapti, you said you had a presentation for us.
Yes,
would you like to?
Yeah, I would love to, but it is all about my fitness challenge. So what I usually do, which I wanted to share with everybody, is since last year, when the lockdown started, I've been doing a lot of online sessions for everybody. I've started to do a lot of fitness challenges. Now, fitness challenges are pretty much like committing yourself for 6 weeks or 8 weeks or however much time you have. You commit yourself, you push yourself, you put all your efforts in, you will be focused on your health for that much time. So you stay in my community and you will be doing my sessions and you'll be under my guidance and my coaching or mentorship, however you call it. So that 6 weeks have been working out so brilliantly for some of the people, some of the ladies, that people have literally lost a lot of weight, which they have struggled to lose previously. So that has helped. So that presentation is about my fitness challenge. But I know, because the reason I'm here today is, Anita, to address the questions. I would really request, let's address the questions. Let's talk about it. And definitely I come to my presentation. It's all about my fitness challenge, which I can explain what I do. But I know there are people here who would love to ask questions, and that would be helpful.
I think if you're talking, it's probably a lot better.
Yes. Let's address the questions people have, and so they get more knowledge about how the process I've been through. So let's open up for questions.
Okay, we can do that. If you have any questions, you can either drop them in the chat. I'm sure you want to know how this all works. I guess one of the questions will be, I've noticed that you started a 6-week program beginning of May. So then when is your next challenge going to open?
Yeah, so my challenges are all ongoing. I never say no for people to come in. If you want to commit, you are most welcome to join in for how much ever time is left. So these sessions are ongoing. I always roll over my challenge. It's all about commitment. So if somebody wants to say that I want to be part of my challenge, I never say no. I want you to, at least if you have that mindset, you want to attempt it, you are most welcome. You can join me straight away. But it's like a process. So whenever this 6 weeks will finish by 14th of June, I will most likely give it a gap of 1 week and then start another challenge. That's also I anyway do. But if somebody wants to really, be committed from straight away, you can very well start to do my challenge straight away. So you can join my sessions anyway.
Yeah. So how I'm assuming at the moment they're all happening on Zoom?
Yes, all Zoom, all online sessions. I have a private community group on Facebook and WhatsApp. So both of them, you will have access. When I explain my fitness challenge, I'll explain what all I do. But I think there is somebody
there's a couple of
asking
questions.
Yes.
So
yes.
I will read out the questions so that people on Facebook can also know what it is. So Reena asks, what are the 3 things you would say would be the key to be successful in one's weight loss journey, especially as it can be quite overwhelming? So the 3 things which are key.
Every day you have to do something. Every day. No day goes as you should. Just imagine your expenditure of energy should be every day if you are consuming energy. So it's all about ins and outs of your energy consumption and energy expenditure. You eat food, you have to burn it out. Okay. So you just have to focus on 3 things. One, if you are feeding yourself, as in terms of food, you should be feeding yourself with exercise. So consider it as a food. All right. So that is one mindset, that you will not leave the day without doing any kind of exercise for 30 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever your fitness level is. Okay. That should be one. You do yoga, you do a little bit of everything. You like weight training, you do weight training. You like, any kind of aerobics, you want to just do some dance, whatever you like. You have to feed your body with exercise. That is one important thing. Second, I would say is you have to be okay by having that fluctuations. I used to fluctuate in my weight every day. Okay, your weight is not the right measurement. Some people lose weight with their inches, some people don't lose weight with their inch loss. Okay, so everything is different. So never be worried or never pay too much attention to your weight, because I literally had to put my scale away. I had a bad habit of checking my weighing scale every time I felt, oh my God, I had gone for a run. Let me have a look. Did I lose? That was so demotivating, by seeing sometimes there has no change. Okay, so you have to put the weights away. You don't have to measure your success by that scale. Okay, there is much more than that. Maybe one day you'll be able to run more. That is the success. Your success is being able to do extra seconds of plank. That is your success. Okay, so measure your success by that. Third thing is your diet. Okay, you have to be very conscious about eating right. Okay, because without eating right, you will never be able to get the right results. Okay, so if you expect to lose weight and still continue to eat whatever you want or whenever you want, that is not going to work. So diet is the most important part, and I think there is the next question there about the diet. But really, consistency to do exercises. Measuring the right way is not by measuring weight. Third is definitely being very, very attentive to what you are eating. You have to be extremely conscious. You have to make sure either you are measuring it or you are measuring it by over the week. Okay, so measurement of anything, and I'll address on the diet plan as well. You take your intake of food over the week. All right, you don't, some days if you indulge, say Monday or Sunday, you had a huge lunch, you balance it out for the week. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, I had a big lunch today, I ruined my diet. No, your results are cumulative. So you will have to balance it out on the next 2-3 days and look at over the week. Never be disheartened by having a big meal, because it's okay. Sometimes you don't want to have big meals. Some days you want to. So balance it out. Okay. And I think the next question here is, what is my diet plan? So my diet plan has always changed. Okay. I've never stuck to a one diet plan. I've never done keto. Okay. I've never been into off carbs routine or anything like that. But in my weight loss journey, how I approach it, and I think one people should be doing it, start from where you are. Okay. Don't crash your diet, but reduce your diet. Imagine yourself. If you take 5 spoons of rice, okay, you take 4 spoons of rice. So cut down by 20% or by 10% even, day by day by day, week by week. That's also fine. So you start where you are. Don't crash into it. You eat 5 biscuits, you reduce it to 3 biscuits. Okay, that is going to bring a change. If you do not,
excruciating pain, but the doctor did say you could have burst his spleen.
Sorry, somebody said something, but what I would say is go from where you are, reduce it, not stop it. Okay, reduction will give you results as well. That will not make your diet painful, because we do like our favorite foods, but all I need to do is to reduce it. So how I used to do it, I used to eat a lot of pranthas because I love pranthas, being Indian and Punjabi as well. So you know that the prantha culture. So I used to eat like 5 pranthas, 4 pranthas when I was feeding. I used to be very hungry and I was gaining weight and everything. I reduced it to 4 to 3 to 2. Okay, that was easy. Over the month, that was easy. But if I tell myself no pranthas from tomorrow, I'll be really crushing, because my body is not used to it. My mind is not used to it. I'm making it a torture for myself. When I reduce it, my appetite reduces as well. So it is a gradual change. Your mindset will actually adjust if you slow down in your actions. Okay, so that my diet plan has always changed. I've not counted my calories, being very honest, because calorie counting I found very like a pressure on my head, but people find it easy sometimes. However you do it, cut down by 20%. Okay, 20%, 20%, 20%, and given that change, but not like you will crash it. Come to a point where you start seeing the weight reducing. Okay, and then you make changes again. But again, I would say my diet plan, from eating proper home food, has always been one of the things that I have stuck to. Always home meals, always home cooked meals have always been my favorite foods as well. I will not indulge in anything that is that processed outside. Okay, anything anybody is processing in an industry type of meal, packed meals, frozen meals, no, that will never be in my diet. That will always be, even if I eat one plain roti with that is made at home, that is way better than eating anything from outside. Okay, so that is, carbs are not bad for you. It's just the home versus processed. That is really, really important. Okay, so my diet plan changed all throughout the journey. Now I eat a lot just because my needs are a lot. But previously, when my needs were less, I used to eat less. However much I have increased my exercises, I have changed my diet. Okay, so any other question?
That's actually very good and very comforting to hear, because I think most of us, we cook for our families, and we have normal Indian meals, and it's good to hear that from you, that you didn't do anything crazy.
No.
You just cut down a little bit, just eat healthy, and supplement with some exercise. So tell us, Prapti, what is your daily routine, because you have 2 young kids? Oh, we have one more question.
Yes, on the cheat. So cheat, now the cheat is here. Now cheat day should be defined as extra eating. Okay, now I even if I went out for a party, okay, if I'm having something that personally I don't like too much outside food anyway, I just created that mindset that I don't eat it. You have to just tell yourself this: I don't like this, I don't like spring rolls. It works a lot. Okay, it's kind of those what do you call it, talking meditation, I don't know, but it just works. Just tell yourself you don't like it, and you'll stop liking some of the food. So I have not liked a lot of outside meals anyway, but trust me, if I were to eat something outside, I will try and not eat something too much at home. So like I said, balance it out. Always, if you have an outside meal, you make sure your next day is very light. Okay, over the week balancing is what will always work. It will not stop you from eating outside food, but at the same time, you are conscious that you will have to maintain your routine throughout the week, not just one day. One day will not make a huge difference. It's the other day after that that makes a difference. Okay, and even if I went on holidays, now my idea is really, if I had something in the morning, what to do about it? Let's go for a walk. I used to put my little one in the buggy and literally walk. Okay. Now, if I had some meal, I would make an extra attempt to walk extra that day. So I'll make sure I'm moving a lot that day. So I'll always top it up with my exercises. So I burn that out. Now, body gets into a cycle of a psychology of using ins and outs. So if you eat more, which you sometimes we all do, make sure you burn it out either that night or the early morning the other day. Do some cardio. Okay, cardio really helps there. Now, cardio will actually burn out the excess calories that you have recently taken. Now, that also means that maybe you go out for a walk. You don't have to run. Any walk, long walk, always helps. And especially if you had something that is carb loaded, the quicker you burn it, the better it is. So, for instance, if you had anything loaded with potatoes, if you had anything aloo prantha or anything, make sure you take the kids out the same day and go out in the park, walk around, take 1 hour walk, and literally burn the food you have recently eaten. So that always balances out. That will always help you maintain a cycle. Okay, and so that answers your party or holiday. My daily water intake is a lot. Okay, my water touches 5 liters. Okay, I know it is people will be very surprised to know how much water I drink. I have a very, very bad habit of drinking a lot of water. Okay, your skin needs water. So people who face loose skin problem, so our bellies have sometimes hanging skin. They need to drink a lot of water along with their exercises. That helps that skin tighten up. Okay, because most of the time our loose skin is the water retention. Now, sometimes we do have like a muffin top around the abs, around our core. That is all water retention. You feel a bit of swollen tummy. Okay, that is water retention. That basically means you need to drink a lot of water. And the best way to reduce water retention is by drinking a lot of water. Okay, the body will not retain if you're giving it a lot. Okay, now I drink a lot. I touch 5 liters easy. I have a habit of drinking a lot of water. Now you will always have to increase it. Like I said, by reducing 20% of your diet, same way, by increasing 1 glass every day. That is how you increase your water intake. Don't gulp in a lot of water straight away from tomorrow. If you're drinking 2, increase 200 ml, 300 ml, more, and try and increase it over time. Okay, so that is going to be for the water. All right. If you struggle with water intake, the best time to drink water is in the morning. Okay, try to drink more water before your breakfast and make it a habit of delaying your breakfast maybe, but trying to drink a lot in the morning. Okay, avoid eating after food. That makes it tough. So you don't want to drink a lot of water around your meals, and it's not a good idea. So drink water between meals or before. So the thing my challenge members also do is get themselves like big jars of water. So they have literally that jar or something like 2 big bottles that says that much liter of water, and you have to make sure you finish it up. Okay, now you try to take at least 1 to 1.5 liters in the morning. Okay, morning water really helps. And then over time, slow it down. Make sure every time you go to the kitchen to get something, or you go to prep the work for your dinner or lunch, try drinking water. Cold water, you might find it tough. Warm water, you can drink a lot. Okay, so try going for a little warm water. That helps. You can put anything in that water. That basically means you want to put any flavors, maybe a fruit in the water. You can have any flavored water. Okay, jeera water people drink. People eat fennel water, which is really nice. People eat any flavored elaichi water, long water, however you like it. Just keep that. If that flavor helps, keep sipping onto that. That helps. Okay, keep water bottle always next to you. Okay,
So
that
what
is for your
about,
water.
Prapti, someone's asked about drinking tea and coffee.
Yes. So drinking, I drink a lot of tea and coffee personally. I will never ask you to stop it. The only thing is that tea and coffee, caffeine is good for you. Firstly, it's a myth that caffeine is not good for you, especially if you're exercising. Caffeine acts as a medicine. Sometimes, if imagine that even the medications we take as a painkiller has a lot of caffeine in it. Okay, so caffeine actually will give you a bit of pain relief. But caffeine should not top three cups. Okay, ideally stick to 2 to 3 cups of your tea or coffee. Try to have it after meals, but give a gap of 40 minutes, because it in a way obstructs the absorption of iron in your food. So make sure you give a gap of at least 30 to 40 minutes with your meals. Never have tea or coffee with your meals, but definitely it's okay to have tea and coffee. Absolutely fine. I think I have survived on a lot of tea when I used to work out a lot, because in my initial weight loss journey, I used to have very sleepless nights with my little one, and I just avoided sleep because I was always wanting to do something instead. Because I used to feel like that if my son is sleeping, I rather make that time to exercise rather than sleep. So I used to always have tea and coffee. So at least it keeps me energized, and it is okay. All right, it's not going to bother you unless it actually causes problem to your stomach. Then it's a different problem. But tea and coffee will give you energy, and it will help you survive through the day, and we need it. It's okay to have it. 3 cups is good. All right, not more than 3 cups. Another thing, if you drink less water and you drink tea and coffee, that's not good. So you need to make sure if you're drinking 3 cups of tea or coffee, you have to match it with the extra glasses of water. Okay, so you make sure you drink a lot of water as well to actually reduce that dehydration.
Yeah, so there's a question about what are your views on 5-2 diet? I don't know what that is. I'm sure
yes.
you do.
So basically, it's kind of 5 days eating your choice and 2 days eating really less calorie. It is fine. Every diet in this world is good as long as it works for you. Okay, so have that philosophy. Does it work for you? If it is not sustainable, it is not recommended. Some people work that way. Some people prefer that way, that 5 days I eat properly, 2 days I eat less, really less carb, under 500 calories. So basically that's a way of intermittent fasting. So you do 5 days of your full meals and 2 days you eat really less, under 500 calories, to balance out the week. If it works for you, do it. Okay. Some people don't like it that way. I used to fast every day. So I still do it. I do at least 14 hours of intermittent fasting, at least 14 hours. I don't go beyond 14 because it just works on my blood sugar levels. I just don't like it because I work out in the morning every day. So I don't push it beyond 14, but I definitely take a break from dinner to breakfast for 14 hours. And it works. Whatever works. That is also intermittent fasting. Whatever diet works for you, is sustainable without bothering you, without giving you pressure, is the right diet for you. Okay.
So the next question, Prapti, sorry if I'm cutting you off.
Yeah.
I just want to make
that's
sure
fine.
all the questions. So the next one is about experience of sleep and its impact on weight loss. I suppose we do need our sleep as well.
Yeah, you need sleep for recovery, but trust me, workout is also important. Okay. So now imagine this. Some people feel relaxed after working out. Okay. So that is also good. So sleep helps you recover if you're training a lot. So you need to have, say, 5 to 6 hours of sleep, which I personally think is enough. Now, some people want 7 to 8 hours of sleep. It's their body. They want more sleep because they are getting tired with age as well. So you decide how much hours of sleep really settles you. Okay. But like I said, I have been in days where I have slept really less or slept not properly, and I used to work out before I sleep because that used to help me relax. Okay, so I've done that because in the day I used to work, come home after dinners, after I get time, I used to work out before I sleep. Those days, sometimes my sleep was very, very uneven, I would say, but never interrupted in my weight loss. Okay, it is said that you need sleep and recovery. It comes into your results. But I think what's important is you also work on your body to get results. You have to have a balance. Some days less sleeping is okay. Okay. You will balance it out over the week. You will sleep a little extra one day. One day it will happen. So I don't think it's going to be much of a problem, but do take time out for yourself. That's more important.
So we do have another follow-up question about drinking lots of water, because that means going to the toilet frequently.
Yes.
So what are your suggestions? Drink more in the morning, I guess, and
Yes.
not much in the evening?
Yeah. So what will happen, Sangeeta, over the time is their body will get adjusted. So initially, when you start, that's the reason I'm saying increase it gradually, because your bladder is not used to it. So over the time, there would be a time your bladder will be able to hold a lot. And the other exercises I always ask people, and I do it with them as well, is the pelvic floor exercises. Okay. So those are really important for you to do, even if you go to the washroom every time you do the pelvic floor exercise while going to the loo. Okay. So you need to do those exercises to have the control of the bladder. Second thing is body get adjusted. All right. It will eventually, you will be able to hold it longer. You will not be bothered for 3 hours sometimes, and then you don't have to go to the loo every often. Body is not used to so much water. That's the reason it's doing it. Gradual increase will not make that an issue. Even if you have that issue, again, find times when you can drink more. Mornings are best. Okay. It goes a lot of toxin out from your body as well. So mornings are really good to drink a lot of water, and see if you are going out, of course, like avoid it. And then otherwise, don't drink at night, because otherwise you'll keep waking up. So try daytimes for your water. Okay.
So the next one is about diet again. Is it 3 big meals or frequent smaller meals?
Anything. I would say anything that works. Okay. I have done 2 big meals. I've done 1 big meal. I have done 3 small meals. I've done 5 small meals. Whatever works, whatever I like. You don't have to get stuck with this notion that this is right or this is wrong. Whatever works for you is right. Okay. So if you feel you are, personally, it works. What it works with me is big meals. Okay. I eat proper big meal in the morning. Okay. When I'm very hungry after the workouts and everything. And then I eat a big meal before, around lunch, evening, dinner time. Before that, that's another big meal. Okay. So those 2 big meals really work for me, because I sometimes don't get time in the day to actually sit down again for the lunchtime to have meals, and then sit down again in the dinner time to have meals. Sometimes it doesn't work with me, but I have done other things as well. Sometimes in daytime, I just feel hungry. So I'll have something small. And then because I've already had it, I'll have something small again, and then something small again. Okay. You don't have to get stuck with the notion that this is right or this is wrong. Whatever is going to work in that schedule, that's it. And over time, your body doesn't need a lot of food. Okay. So you will, at the end of the day, you cannot eat too much. You will not be able to eat too much meals every meal. So have that faith in your body. If you're hungry, eat it. You have that, you will not be again too much hungry. So balance out. Okay. Balance out. Try everything that works for you. The thing you need to notice is always that you are not too full. Okay. That is one another thing. Your stomach shouldn't be like, oh my God, it's coming to my mouth. It shouldn't be that kind of food that you eat. You should always be a little bit okayish with your meal. So what I always helped was, I used to bring, if I, for instance, I think that I'm going to be a bit hungry, I'll always keep 2 rotis in my plate. Okay, keep 2 rotis in your plate. And you literally finish 1 roti and take a break. Get up from the bed, get up from the dining table and take a roundabout. Maybe go in the kitchen and maybe wash a dish, or keep that plate somewhere else, or maybe put the food in the fridge. Take that break, and then maybe come back in after 5-10 minutes and see if you want to have the second one. Maybe you won't. Maybe you will not want to have it, because that break actually makes you take your attention away from your meals, and your body is not that hungry. So you might be okay. So always have it, bring it, but it's not important that you eat it. Okay. So take breaks in your meals. So have something, take a little break, call somebody, maybe, somebody, or maybe go Facebook, keep checking something, or spend some 5-10 minutes away from looking at your plate, and then see if you want to eat again. So that trick always works. Try it. It actually works for me.
That's a great tip, Prapti, distract your brain.
Distraction.
So the next question is again about teas, coffees, and about how Indian tea, we have a lot of milk, or maybe people have people even drink milk. So what do you think about that, you know?
I would say it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Milk is not bad for you. You need, if, for instance, if you are exercising, okay, milk, you need milk. If you're used to drinking milk, you need milk. And what always will help is have only one cup that is your favorite type, okay, wherein you have your proper milk coffee. That is in the morning. But for the rest of the day, just have less, okay? But do satisfy your emotions by having one that is your favorite, always. And then by the end of the day, you might be like, I've already had it. I might not need it again. So never keep yourself away from having your favorite food at the same time. Have one nice one, but at the same time, don't have too much milk throughout the day that you are always indulging in something sweet every time. And the other thing I would also say is when we have tea and coffee, it's okay to have sugar in tea and coffee. Okay, it's okay to have sugar than eating something sweet with it. Okay, so what I used to do is personally, I used to have a big cup. So I had literally like a big mug, literally like a bucket of my tea, and it was a really big one. And I used to make my my type of tea, but I used to make sure that I will not have anything biscuits with it or anything snack with it. It's okay to have a bigger cup that is sweet than having too many sugary treats. Okay, that helps. And
So
because
no
it's
Parle-G with your chai then?
no. Now I eat it. Now I eat it because I love biscuits. But previously, I used to literally. The other thing I used to do was I had really funny things I used to do. Whatever works. So I used to have a box. Okay. So what I used to do was I used to every day I used to put one biscuit in that box. Okay. It's just one of the things that I'm going to have some cookies. I love cookies. Now, this is my box. I'm going to fill up that box. Every day, I'll put one biscuit in that box. And whenever I had goals reached, say, whenever, then I'll use those biscuits. Take out the biscuits from it. I will, but I will make sure I've taken a biscuit and put in that box. Take a biscuit, put in the box, but not eat it. Okay. And I only eat it when I have reached my goal, like a treat. Okay. So always something just worked with me.
That's brilliant. So Prapti, the next question is your weight loss journey. Was it a consistent weight loss or did you have ups and downs?
Yes, so weight fluctuates a lot, 100%, but there will always be a loss over the time. So, if you graph your weight, it will be literally like this graph. I have few clients that lose weight and I can always share that. It's always like a zigzag notion. Even within a month, it fluctuates literally 1 to 2 kgs, depending on your starting weight. But over the time, it should be a decline. Okay. And I always had a decline over time. But if I checked over every week, it was always up, always down. And I'm like, nothing happened. And the other tip is, weight always shows after 2 weeks. Okay. So if you have started some regime, the initial weight loss is your water. All right. So whenever you see, oh my God, I'm losing weight, is because of the water retention that's going away. Maybe you drink a lot of water and that water retention releases, your body retains less water, and then that shows, or maybe you're eating less carbs, that body is not retaining much water, and you suddenly see the dip in your weight. But that is a lot on the water. Weight will not suddenly dip. All right. So over the 2 weeks, so if I did something this week, I will see the results after 2 weeks. It's always something I've experienced. So it always puts me off thinking, yeah, I've done so much, nothing changed by the end of the week. It doesn't. And if I've indulged, again, the same philosophy, if I've indulged, it will gradually show over the 2 weeks that the weight gradually moves up. It's not because I ate something in the last week. It's also because I ate something the previous 2 weeks. Okay, so weight always reflects a bit later on. I've had lots of peaks. Even if I was consistent with my diet, I was making sure I was exercising, I always had peaks. But I think I always have a gradual decline. That helped me. And that, like I said, I used to not check my weight every day. I used to keep that away maybe once in a month. I might pick it up. The best thing I used to do was measure my inches. So I used to always measure once in a month. And I even have those measurements right now with me. And I used to note it down that I lost this much in this month. And then I used to think that what exactly did I did in this month that actually made me lose more. So it always helped me track. Inch loss is better than weight loss because weight fluctuates. Inches are better depiction of your fat loss, which is more what exercises give you. Okay, so that answers your question. Any other question?
While people type, I guess, Prapti, could you tell us what your routine is? You have two kids.
Yes,
So,
it's crazy.
it's not easy, right? Just to,
No.
especially
So I
with
wake up.
lockdown and.
Yes, no, I have a very strict routine. I am a very disciplined person. That is one thing I've always helped. I'm also a morning person, even though I like to sleep in the morning, but I just push myself out of the bed now. And my body is such in a habit of waking up even without the clock because I have a body clock that wakes me up in the morning. I wake up around 6 every day, irrespective what time I sleep. Sometimes I sleep 1, I sleep 2, but I will wake up at 6, okay? And I start my session at 6:30 in the morning, which is the session I have with my fitness community. I do morning high intensity intervals. I do it from Tuesday to Sundays 8 a.m. although, but every day I wake around 6, get the session from 6:30, finish the session by 7:15ish. I do a little extra stuff, maybe do something Insta or some social stunt, some extra exercises for my social media, which I have to work on a little bit more. So that's something I do. And then I wake up my son, then we drop my son to the school. The little one stays at home because I have 2 boys. One is 7, one is 2. So the little one stays home and then I come back and then the routine starts with the breakfast. I have a big meal in my breakfast. So I have especially make my breakfast. I don't go into any processed food, no breads, nothing. I have a very strict regime of eating eggs in the morning. Eggs have been something that I used to not like, but now I eat. I'm a vegetarian, by the way, but I still take eggs. If not eggs, I take protein in the morning in any form. It could be any form of protein. It could be lentils. It could be tofu or any form of protein in the morning because of my workouts, or even whey should be fine. That is my one big meal. Okay, Sangeeta. And then after that, I have no idea where the time flies with my little one. I have lots of calls to attend. I work a lot with my clients on the diet side. So I have a lot of admin stuff to do because I'm the only person managing my business. So it just gets very, very busy around the day. And then it's a school pickup. And then towards the evening, I have another session that is less intense for people who are beginners to intermediate level. So I do separate sessions for them. And that's my evening sessions. Literally, when we joined, I had just finished my session and I just came here. So that's my evening session with them. And then, yeah, so I stay very active throughout the day. So even if you speak to me at 10 p.m. in the night, I'll be literally full of energy. I think it's all because of the exercises I do. It just keeps my energy levels very high. But then after a point, I do definitely, like everybody, get tired. But over the day, I'm extremely active. I'm either outside, take my son to the park, or something or the other. I keep moving in the house. So that's literally my usual routine.
So we have one more question. Sorry, Prapti. Yeah.
Go for it.
It's about, protein powder or supplements. Do you recommend any of those?
So if you are vegetarian and you feel that you're not having enough protein in your diet because you need protein, otherwise you'll have muscle loss over time, and that's one big issue that the women face because of our muscle loss over the time. Our metabolism goes very slow because always remember, the more muscles you have in your body, the more your calorie consumption or your metabolism can be higher. Okay, so if you have less muscles in your body, your resting state consumes less calories. So you might have 1400 calorie consumption when you were 5 years before, but you might have 1200 now because of the muscle loss. Okay, so because of the lack of activity, because of the lack of protein, you're not consuming a lot of protein. Your muscles are actually depleting with age also. So protein is extremely important for you. Okay, this was one learning that I have learned over time. Now you don't have to have protein supplements, no need of it. I would say if you're a vegetarian and you struggle with lean protein, basically, which means that is not lentils, for instance, are protein and carbs. Okay, paneer, for instance, is protein and fat. So we are talking about lean protein. Lean protein is pure protein that you can consume from eggs or whey. That is when. So when you're trying to reduce weight, you would want to rather less consume calories from a complex form of protein than you should rather take a less lean form. That is when protein powders will have. Now, protein powders are not bad, okay? So they are just literally a processed form. It is pure protein, so it's going to help you. You can take it. Now, I would say try taking little by little, okay? Again, every 2 days you start. So one day you start taking a little, and then because body is not used to digesting. So not everybody's body will digest protein very well. So you need to make it a gradual adjustment to it. Taking isolate is better, okay? Taking pure protein in a like a pure way might be a bit heavier on your body, on your digestion. Stick to that is less fat. So basically, they remove the lactose of milk, less of the carbs in that whey isolate version. I personally find isolate better digested with myself, with my clients. I think you would be better off going for whey isolate to start with and take gradual top-ups to your meals if you struggle to get it from your diet, but nothing like protein directly from your diet. Now, if you have a problem with protein, there is still an option, okay? So we get amino acids. What basically protein is it's a chain of amino acids, okay? And you take that amino acids for your muscle recovery, for your muscle building. Now, if you don't have protein in your meals, protein powder doesn't suit you, it's not the end of the world. You need amino acids, and you get amino acids over the counter from any health shop, okay? So that is any form of protein, any form of amino acids that you can get a complete form of amino acids is what exactly you need. It doesn't come from supplements, it can come from anywhere else, okay? Hopefully that helps, all right?
Right, well, we are bang on time.
Yes, we're bang on time. I didn't really touch upon my presentation, but I think what I want people to know is the understanding, okay? I would love to, but if there's any more questions, I'm more than happy to address it, and I can quickly go over my presentation if people are still have time to actually have a look.
Right, while people are thinking about any questions, let me try and sum up. So I think Prapti's style of fitness and health is kind of similar to mine, because I don't really believe in, strict diets. So as long as you're doing a little bit of workout every day and you're kind of watching your food, I think those are really two great tips. And don't be too harsh on yourself, because things happen gradually. So small steps, consistent steps is what we are looking at. And I think that's our takeaway from you, Prapti. It's been really inspiring. If we don't have any more questions, I think we can finish. And also remember, it's KeepWellMantras.com is where you can find Prapti. If you have any more questions, please always, feel free to get in touch.
Yes, feel free to actually come to my sessions. That's one thing I want to tell people. I couldn't touch upon my presentation, which is okay, which is fine. But what I want to tell people here is that you need to start doing something, okay? If whatever is your intensity at the moment, anything extra from it would be good shock to your body. So even if you're a beginner, any exercise, like my evening sessions are really, really easy to approach. Do join in for a session. I give absolute no charge trials for all my sessions. I want you to experience my sessions once and have a look how you feel about them, and just approach fitness as an everyday thing, okay? Never take that overload, but always remember, you will have to take pressure only if you have a certain goal, okay? So having a casual approach, like Sangeeta said, taking it easy is like a maintenance approach. If you want to lose, if you want to reduce fat, if you want to develop abs, you want to develop muscles, you want to develop strength, then you have to work towards that goal. Okay, then that becomes a bit different mindset. But staying healthy and happy more than thinking it as a pressure is definitely not the right approach. Okay, and how much importance food in weight loss. Food is the supreme. So food is like tops everything. I would say a phase. Okay, so initially depends. So let's start with somebody having a weight of 80, wants to reduce to 60, so 20 kgs weight loss. Food. Food is the most important part in the initial phase of their life, in their fitness goals. Then takes over the diet, the exercise part. Okay, so exercise needs to go side by side, but exercise takes over. Okay, so food is above the exercise initial phase. Exercise takes overlap over the end phase. Okay, so when we struggle to lose weight after a point, that's when exercise tops it up. But initially, always start with food. Okay, hope that helps. Push-ups or planks? Can somebody do something? No, I would love I would love to show you. I will put a video, definitely. Planks and push-ups, definitely. I mean, you can see me doing a lot of silly things on the walls. My Insta is full of it. I do lots of crazy things with my body. I don't go to the gym. My body is my gym. So I pretty much do all deadlifts with my body. So I can't do right now because I'm not in a situation, but I will put definitely I will put. But do come to my sessions, please. I look forward to each one of you. I would love you to come to my session. My fitness challenges are awesome. I have over 85 members right now doing my fitness challenge globally. And I probably might touch 100 because there are at least few sign-ups going on right now. So I have over 100 people doing my fitness challenge globally. I have people from Australia, Dubai, I have from Canada, from US. Everybody is approaching my fitness challenge and they are getting results. Okay, this is approachable. Everybody can do it. I need commitment. I mentor everybody. Okay, so you learn a lot from me. So do join my challenge. Nothing like being in an experienced community. And people have been with me since one year. And amazing results. Okay, my sessions are in the morning, high intensity if you are advanced and you want to take that next level. Medium intensity is less intense for beginners in the evenings. Okay, from 6:15 in the evenings to around 6:45 around that time. Evening, medium, high 6:30 in the morning. But recordings are always available. Always available. My recordings are, all my sessions are recorded. Okay, it's virtual. I do face-to-face as well. I do a lot of personal training as well on top of my sessions. I do virtual personal trainings. I do face-to-face virtual trainings, everything. I pretty much, whichever. If anybody needs fitness, I never say no. So I'm always available however you want me to.
So that's a lot of hours of working out.
Yes, it is actually. But like I said, exercise is like my food. Okay, so I consider exercise as a meal. All right, so I don't consider exercise as exhausting because it actually energizes me. So exercises actually give you energy. It's a myth that it will tire you up. It's the type of exercises you do. Cardio will tire you up. I don't do a lot of cardio. I do very much strength building exercises, which actually increases my strength. And I like I said, I eat a lot, so I get my energy. I consume it. People don't believe, but I take at least 2,000 calories a day. I don't share my meals with anybody because everybody will start blocking me if I tell them what all I eat. But I eat a lot because my body, my muscle needs a lot. My weight is a lot. It might not show, but I really weigh a lot. So people, it's just that because I've developed that strength over time. And that's what I want people to do. Develop strength. Don't crunch on meals. Make your body eat more meals, consume it, be more energetic throughout the day. That 1 hour in the gym or exercises is not enough. You won't believe it, Sangeeta. I have left no opportunity to exercise, even like doing housework to doing hoovering the house 2 times in a day, taking stairs all the time. You know, anything that burns calories is your exercise. Okay. If you're not going to gym, stay active in the house, do extra cleaning of the house, do extra, whatever gives you that movement is your calorie burn. Okay, so have that philosophy. You need to be active more than anything. It's however you are. Okay, I will give you contact details. So I'll put my number down here. Please feel free to call me. It is it's also on my website. Other than that, my Instagram, if you want to check me out doing silly things and funny things, sometimes I do all sorts of stuff. Please do definitely give me a follow on Insta. I would love to follow you back. Yeah, so I'll just send that Insta as well here. Looks all right. Okay, so that's my Instagram ID. And of course, you have my website. There is a little bit stuff there as well. Okay, so anyway, you want to approach me, I have Facebook group. But the best way to approach me is by just texting me, because that's where I'm more active and I respond quickly. WhatsApp me. Okay. All right. Anything else? Anybody? Anyway, if nothing's not right now, feel free to message me. Like I said, I'm always open to share. I'm always open to help people anytime. Okay.
That was brilliant. Thank you so much, Prapti, for sharing your journey and for giving us all those tips. And it's very accessible and doable for anybody. You're not promoting any crash diets or
No.
anything too severe. So that was really inspiring. Thank you. I'll hand it over to you, Rashmi.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta, for helping us out in understanding Prapti more. And Ashita, you had something to say. You were talking something before the session started. Do you want to ask something now?
I've got a lot of information. I'll get in touch directly. Just wanted to say a big thank you. You're quite inspirational, to people like my age group, where as we get older, our bones start hurting. We might be arthritic or get osteoporosis, So I wanted to ask, like I did mention on the chat about the back, like if you got a back problem and with planking, how do you deal with that?
Yes. So you will, there's always a way to work on your core without having to strain your back. So when I do my sessions, you will not do the straight plank. Okay. Now, always remember, any exercise that mobilizes your joint is going to strengthen it. All right. So if you were to do low plank, you will keep the knees down and still be able to get that impact. But or you can do incline. You can always do a plank on sofa or a bed. Okay. That is also going to work on your core. So there are so many ways to do the same exercise with less intense variation. So in my sessions, I always, because I'll be very honest, how I started my plank after childbirth and now I do it is way different. Okay. Now I used to struggle to even hold it for 20 seconds. Okay. Then I started doing less intense variations of all exercises. And then I got confidence by building it up and doing the intense variations for less time. So always approach an exercise with less intense variation and then increase the intensity. By then your body will get used to it, and especially with your bones and everything, you need to strengthen by mobility. Okay. Nothing like increasing the blood flow. You need to strengthen the muscles around it. At the same time, your calcium intake is important. So I'm sure I take calcium as well. So I take calcium, not very regularly, but I take calcium supplements on top of my diet, just here and there, because I think we all need it. We don't want to wait for menopause to actually make us realize that our bones are going. If you have a history of osteoporosis, you need to start taking calcium instead of taking boosters at a later stage. But at the same time, nothing like mobility. Mobility is what enhances your bone density. Okay, weight training, anything that works on your joint is going to strengthen it always. Okay, less intense variation. You can join my sessions in the evening. That way you'll be able to do the less intense variations as well.
Prapti, there's another quick question. Do you do yoga?
Yes. I don't teach yoga. I'm not a practitioner. I'm not certified yoga teacher. I do yoga personally to increase my flexibility. Okay, I do headstands, I do all sorts of things to enhance my core strength. I'm not perfect on those, but I keep enhancing it. Yoga for me is flexibility training. Okay, now it's not going to enhance your flexibility, it just conditions my muscles. For instance, any yoga practice is going to help your muscle really relax at the same time, but it strengthens you as well. But yoga is something that I do in my sessions as well. So I do Pilates in my sessions. So I do a blend of Pilates and some yoga stretches and everything together. So I blend it all up when I do the medium intensity ones. But I don't teach yoga. I have few contacts I would love to share if you are interested in yoga specifically. But I would say that yoga is good. But if you have a goal of weight loss, then I think you need to go a little extra. Yoga will not personally, I don't want to say that, but I personally never found yoga very result, apart from me having that strength and flexibility kind of improvements.
Yeah, I think yoga is, it helps you maintain.
Yes.
So I think it helps you calm down. So it has different, outcomes. So
Yes.
I do a bit of yoga. So
Nice.
I'm all for yoga, and I don't do enough of any of the other exercises. So. Right,
Yes.
I don't think there's any more questions. So take advantage of this. You can find Prapti Dutt. All the contact information is in the chat. It's keepwellmantras.com. Her phone number, if you want to reach out for the Facebook users, it's 0758 423 6848. I'll repeat that again, 0758 423 6848. Is there one more question? No, I think it's just thank yous from everybody. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. And we are going to sign out now. Thank you.
Yes, it's been an absolute pleasure. I really loved speaking. Like I said, I can conduct anytime, any more sessions you want. I'm always available to answer any queries you have. Just get focused and do things for yourself. I'm always there to help you. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Have a lovely evening ahead and stay healthy, stay fit.
Thanks a lot, Prapti. And to remind everyone, we have something very interesting coming up on the 14th of May, which is Suparna Rati Savaria. She is a woman entrepreneur who's having a catering business called Gulab Sagar, which is all about Rajasthani items and Rajasthani thali. So do watch her on the 14th of May, only on Inspiring Indian Women at 7 p.m. Same login details, same time, everything same. Thank you so much. On 14th May. See you all. Bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much, Rashmi. Take care.
Banu, Prapti, I'm like pumped up now.
Such an inspiration, Prapti. You're too good.
Thank you so much. People are my inspiration. Every time people ask me a question, that inspires me. Keep working on it.
Such a nice body without gym. Wow.
Yes, gyms never make bodies. Your
Sarika, you start hounding me, yeah, please. Rashmi, do this. I need a hound.
Not me. I'm going to ping Prapti. I'm going to ping you. I will ping you, Prapti.
When we make a community, so there is one thing I always embed in the community is lead by action, inspire by action. So if you are inspiring anybody else, you are self-motivated, right? So you need to be, if you want motivation, give motivation. That's how you get motivation. So that is a philosophy everybody should have. Become a community and support each other by leading. And that's what my community members do. So if you want to be motivated, you do something today and tell the other person. That way you stay motivated, the other person stay motivated. Chain.
Yes. Thank you so much. Sangeeta, I'm looking at your background, lovely drawings, such lovely paintings.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed.
Thank
Lovely.
you, Sarika.
Great hosting.
I'll have an exhibition coming up soon, so I will let you know.
Yes, definitely. Yes. Great hosting.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 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 Bye, everybody. Bye. Thank you.